Welcome, you guys. Thank you for jumping on this quick call this evening to talk a little bit about what we are passionate about with Plexus, with the products, and a little bit about the opportunity and what it has done for us and how this could change everything for you. I'll start out. I just wanted to take a little bit to introduce myself. My name is Nicole Gorgon, and I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I started this journey close to 3 years ago. I started in January 2014. I'll tell you a little bit about my story and why I was desperate for these products. Going back a little ways, backtracking just a little bit about my history, I have genetically high cholesterol, and I have battled with it since I can remember. It comes from both my mom and my dad's side. I was doing a biometric screening at my work for insurance purposes, and my results came back, and they were off the charts. Not off the charts good, off the charts alarming. My cholesterol came back at 381, and if anybody knows anything about those numbers, that number is insane. It is a walking, ticking time bomb, basically. I was so unhealthy on the inside, and I was desperate to feel better. So immediately with my results, I was assigned a cardiac specialist and a health coach. My doctor told me that he would not put me on a statin because of my age and all of the side effects that come along with the statin. So he sent me to the cardiac specialist, and she told me that I needed to change my diet, but I didn't really like I ate bad, and exercise. And then when I went back to my doctor with that information, he said, well, you could really eat lettuce every day for the rest of your life and exercise 7 days a week, and it's not going to make a dent for you. Nothing's going to change because it's genetic, and it's not there's two types of cholesterol. One's the fluffy kind that kind of flows through, and the other kind's the sticky kind that sticks to the side of your, the walls of your arteries, and that's the kind that I had. So I was desperate. I needed help. I needed something. And I had been watching my friend Jen post on Facebook for over a year about Plexus. And while she was posting about her success, she had started Plexus for the extra baby weight after her second pregnancy. And I couldn't really resonate with her story. I was really happy for her, but I didn't really understand what Plexus was until she put up a lab result. And it was a lab result testimony of a before and an after. And I looked at that and I thought, okay, if this can work for this person, I've got nothing to lose. I have got to reach out and give this a try. So I started the products. I started as a secret pink drinker as a customer. And life got busy the first couple months. I wasn't drinking my water. I wasn't taking them consistently. And I kind of let it phase out. Within a week, I noticed how much different I was feeling. I missed the way that I felt on the pink drink. With the pink drink, I was sleeping better. I had more energy. My digestive issues were going away. But the best part for me was fast forward about 6 months, I got my cholesterol results back, and my number had dropped 97 points, which is huge without medication. I was in the high 200s, which I haven't been since high school. My triglycerides have gone down 130 points. I kicked my soda habit without even trying. I used to have 5 or 6 sodas a day, that afternoon crash, or start the morning at 6 a.m. and have a soda. Completely kicked my soda habit. No more digestive issues. And I was the type of person where I would eat an apple or a taco. It didn't matter. I was in pain all the time with whatever I ate. That completely went away. I was able to eliminate and come off of 3 stomach prescription medications. And it has just been a game changer for me health-wise. I have never felt better. I had a routine colonoscopy, which I haven't had one in almost 3 years now. And my gastroenterologist's words were, your esophagus looks beautiful, which that is a completely nerdy thing to say, but it was something that I needed and wanted to hear so much. And I just feel better than I ever have felt before. And thank you to all of these products. So we have 2 other masters on our team, Ruth and Tara, and they want to share their stories with you as well.
I am happy to go next if you'd like. My name is Ruth, and I am a Plexus lifer like these other girls. And my story, comes from Nicole's experience. And I was watching her post on Facebook and was not connecting her story with what I had been dealing with my whole life. So it's kind of a roundabout way of finding my way to where I am now. But when I was a kid, I can remember having stomach issues and just always, like Nicole was saying, being in pain. Like no matter what I ate, I always had trouble. I would either be really painful bloating where I felt like I was, being stabbed, and lots and lots of bloating, distended stomach, not able to button my pants by the end of the day, just always uncomfortable. And I would have, I knew that there were things I could eat, things that I couldn't eat. As I got older, the list of things that I could not tolerate got a lot bigger, and the list of things I could eat without having, many problems was getting much smaller. After I had my kids, it got exponentially worse. We were going through a move to a new house. We had, it was Christmas time. There was a lot of things going on. And I started having diverticulitis type flares that would get me into the hospital. It was uncontrollable diarrhea, these glamorous symptoms, but I would actually run a fever. I was having such terrible cramping and spasming that, I was just, I could not, I missed the holidays 2 years ago. I had to participate over Skype, which is kind of a low point in your life when you have little kids and you're giving them or watching somebody else give them your gifts over a computer screen. So I had been watching Nicole, like I said, and was delighted for her that she had found something that was helping with her cholesterol. But me not having cholesterol issues, I was not connecting. So my story goes a little bit sideways. Like I mentioned, my mom actually had a very minor stroke and had lost some vision in one of her eyes. And they say, you come in with a stroke, you leave with a statin. That's the statin drug that Nicole was talking about. And they did put my mom on that immediately, and without giving her any of the list of side effects. So she started having such severe muscle and joint pain that she could not climb the stairs. She was sleeping on a couch because she couldn't get up to bed. She had never been diabetic before, but one of the things with that particular statin that she was on, it did elevate her cholesterol and her blood pressure and her blood sugars enough that it pushed her over into diabetic range. And so, there were a lot of things that were happening that were kind of spiraling. And for her, being a wanting to ever take prescription medications if she could help it, and being very resistant to doctors, a very scary place for her to think, I'm going on a downward spiral. I'm going to be adding medications to treat the side effects of the original medication. And we all know that domino effect. So I connected my mom's story with Nicole's story and, got her started, signed up as an ambassador to get the cheapest pricing on the products, gave them to my mom, got her all set up on the products. And she started seeing the same results that Nicole was having. Her numbers were coming down and back into normal range. She was feeling good. That brain fog was going away. She was just doing incredible. And she said to me one day, Ruth, here's the deal. You have got to try these products, because while my stomach issues were nowhere near as severe as yours were, I have never felt better. My digestion has never been better. So I will take over the cost of my products if you promise me you'll try them. So I was super skeptical. I was like, this is not going to help me and my issues. But I did go ahead and try the products. And so within about 45 days, really started to see my symptoms dissipate. And it was a dream come true. And it was something that I just said, this may be an answered prayer. So, at my 60-day mark, which is kind of what I, in my mind, gave myself, I said, something is happening that's good, and I think I might be onto something, so I'm going to keep going. So I've been 18 months flare free. My symptoms are just darn near gone. Things that I didn't even expect that are connected to the health of your gut, seasonal allergies that have improved exponentially, chronic sinus infections that I'm not having anymore. All of these things that I'm just seeing are such positive changes in my health, and in turn my life, because of feeling good finally for the first time since I was about 5 years old. So that's my health testimony. I think we'll talk about the business going forward, but I fell headfirst into the business unknowingly. I really, once I started having such incredible results, I couldn't not share them with the people that I cared about that were having all of these issues that these products, really address. And so for me, it was I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And so it was just happening, and I was gaining customers. And so it's been such an unexpected surprise and an unexpected blessing for our family to have something that I'm so passionate about. And I say a lot, like my personal and my professional passions that have collided and have turned into something really beautiful in my life that I would never have anticipated. So the business has been really astonishing for us. That's my story. Tara, take it away.
Thanks, Ruth. So my name is Tara Fowler, and my story is a little bit different from these girls, but there are some similarities. I can say I've always been passionate about health and wellness. I went to a seminar and I've read several books that really talk about, think about what is it that you find yourself talking to people about constantly? What do you talk about all the time? And that's what you're supposed to do. And for me, it's always been health and wellness. That's been huge to me. My husband's a chiropractor. So I watched these girls who I went to college with that were dear friends of mine who I trust them. I would trust them with my life. I watched them posting about Plexus, and I always read their post. I maybe liked them every now and then and was really interested. But I have to say what piqued my interest, if I have to say one of the things, two things I guess I would say that I struggled with health-wise. Number one was just wicked sugar cravings. Like I'm eating Nutella out of the jar, I can't eat one Oreo. I have to eat, like a whole row of Oreos, which is like 15 Oreos or something like that. So it just, my sugar cravings were just out of control. And I tried all kinds of things. I tried going vegan, vegetarian, read a ton of books. I tried paleo, and a lot of that really helped because I really do believe in the power of food to heal your body, but the sugar cravings were still there. The other thing is just extreme fatigue, maybe not quite as serious as chronic fatigue, but just tired all the time. I never had any energy. Give me any time of day and I could probably fall asleep. The only problem was I could fall asleep at night, but I could never stay asleep. So I'd wake up 3, 4, 5 times a night, which then meant that I was dragging the next morning. So I'm reaching for the caffeine and the sugar to try to survive. And it's just like this vicious cycle. So I saw one of my many friends who had discovered how amazing the Plexus products were post about how Slim, the pink drink, had helped with her sugar cravings. And that kind of like was the aha moment for me. So I had some friends that came in town to Chicago. I live in the Chicago area. And one of my friends is an RN and a certified health coach. And we just got to talking, and she happened to have some samples on her. So I tried them. And, it was a no-brainer for me to get involved with the products. They're plant-based. They're natural. I try to be careful about what I put in my body. But I also was very interested in the business opportunity. So when I went to St. Louis, back home to St. Louis one weekend, I met up with Nicole and said, hey, tell me about this. This is interesting to me. I'm looking to make money on the side. I knew I was going to love the products, so why wouldn't I share them? And so I kind of jumped into both head first. And I have to say, the products have been really amazing for me. Some of the benefits that I've seen, it definitely has helped reduce my sugar cravings. They are a tool to, help you make better choices when you have balanced blood sugar. When you're reducing the inflammation in your body, you just feel better altogether. I had a pretty serious knee surgery a couple of years ago, and my knee was always stiff. And I kind of had just accepted that's just the way that it was going to be 3 years later. And after I started the products, I don't have any issues with my knee, which took me almost a month to realize that because I just gotten so used to it. And then the energy has been huge. I feel great during the day. I have that energy to sustain. I'm not having that 2 o'clock crash where I feel like I need to take a nap. I got back into really addicted to working out because I had the energy to do it, and just really been amazing. And, on top of the great friends that I've reunited with and the new people I've met along the way, the business, like Ruth said, has really been an unexpected blessing for me and my family. And, I want to share. I think these products are a gift that people need, and I feel like I have to share them with people. So that's my story.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, ladies. Those are amazing testimonials, and it just makes me so happy to hear everything and all that you've gained success-wise. So we wanted to talk a little bit about tonight. We call them the Fab Four. Now, we have a pretty small product line, but these 4 products I can pretty much confidently say that we are Plexus lifers with these. We will not go a day without, and are some of the most popular products. So if you have any questions in addition to the products that we covered tonight, please feel free to get back to your friend that invited you, and we'll be happy to give you any information. But I'm going to start out with, so we're going to talk about the foundational products in our company. This right here is Plexus Slim. It comes in a bag that looks like this, and there are 30 packets in one bag, intentioned for 1 month supply. Now, the name is a little bit deceiving, Slim. When you look at that, you think, oh, well, that's just about weight loss. But it's not. It is all about health and wellness, really getting to the root of the problem. Main areas of focus are balancing blood sugars, gut health, and controlling inflammation in our body. It's very safe and stimulant-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial flavors or sweeteners, vegetarian-friendly, and it's really, it's safe for everyone. It's plant-based ingredients. It tastes like a cherry Tootsie Pop. That's probably the most common thing that we hear. You mix this within between 8 to 12 ounces of water, and it's intended to use 1 time a day. Most of the time we hear that the maximum benefits are using this 30 minutes before breakfast. What does this little pink powder do? That is what I had been reading and hearing all these testimonials about how it's helped people with migraines and helped people with digestive issues, with cholesterol, with all of these different things, weight loss plateaus. And really, I learned pretty quickly that if you balance your body from the inside out, things start happening. So this is focusing on balancing blood sugars. And you might be thinking the way that I was in the beginning, well, I don't really have a blood sugar problem, and it's not something that I deal with. You might be a little bit mistaken there, because blood sugar is related to so many different things. It's related to the cravings that we have, to lack of energy, caffeine consumption, and it can also be related to hormone levels. So this little pink drink can help balance out blood pressure. It can help control the lipids, which is the fatty substance within our blood. It helps with cholesterol, get our cravings in check, regulates our sleep cycle, gives people a lot of energy, and it's a really big game changer for so many people. It's pink from the beetroot extract, and it's really simple and easy to use and to incorporate into your routine. So if you feel like you might have a lack of energy, this product's for you. If you feel like that you are a slave to your food, this product's for you. It's safe for all ages, and that's when we say, it doesn't have any stimulants. And we really don't have a lot of competition in our market because it is all natural and made from plants. And what I really found personally for me, and I know that these other girls can attest, you don't have that. Our body is acidic. Because of our Western diet and all of the inflammation that's going on in our body. And this is really controlling the acidic within our system and helping balance everything from the inside out. So that's just a little bit about our core product, Slim. Tara or Ruth, do you guys have anything else that you want to mention about this one?
I wanted to mention that it's pink. It's pink because of the beetroot extract. Mm-hmm. And that, for me, at the beginning, I was like, well, how natural can this be? It's pink. What in nature is pink? But the beetroot is what makes it pink. So heads up on that.
Yeah. And the only thing I wanted to stress is I think a lot of people are so used to like the meal replacement shakes that the Slim is not meant to be a meal replacement. Right. So.
Mm-hmm. I was going to, the other 2 ingredients besides the beetroot extract that are kind of key and important, chromium. A lot of people are deficient in chromium. And kind of what I mentioned before, because of our Western diet and all the foods that we eat, we constantly have up and down spikes in our blood sugars. And when that happens, it keeps us in a state of cellular inflammation. And a lot of people with cellular inflammation, that can be the #1 cause of autoimmune disorders, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, all of these different things that can be linked to inflammation and gut health. So when our body is being stable and our blood sugars are becoming stable, the inflammation becomes at bay. And you'll notice some things. I mean, we have a team full of individuals who have amazing testimonies, but you'll notice that, brain fog can go away if you sleep poorly. This pink drink does everything that it says, and it's because it's our core product, it's one of my absolute favorites, but so many of the other products pair really well with this. And Garcinia cambogia, they do have this ingredient. It's a natural supplement that we get from natural ingredients, but that also helps with the sugar cravings and the spikes in glucose.
That's a hot buzzword right now. One of the ingredients, the Garcinia cambogia, is one that a lot of people are talking about. So it's in there. That's good.
Perfect. The next one among with Slim is the Bio Cleanse. Now, if you hear the word cleanse, you might think of me. I saw this and I was like, absolutely not. I work full time. There's absolutely no way that I can take this product. This is not a laxative. It is not intended to be in that instance at all. This is a natural plant-based product that is based daily on bowel support. So we're not going to put you on a cleanse that is dangerous, and it's not going to mess with your electrolyte levels. So this is going to be nourishing oxygenated magnesium. And the key word in there is oxygen. So when our body has more oxygen, it's more alkaline. And if you hear about acidic conditions or alkaline, bacteria and illnesses, they're going to be eliminated. When I say eliminated, we are going to eliminate those daily. If you're like me or other people, when I heard about BioCleanse, they were saying, oh, this will help you to eliminate 2 or 3 times a day. If that makes you flinch like it did me, then Plexus is for you because we want to get you healthy and eliminate toxins in your system. So that is BioCleanse. If you think of your body, the next product I'm going to talk about is ProBio 5. But if you think of your body as a toilet, the ProBio 5 is going to be the scrub brush in your intestinal tract. And then the BioCleanse is going to be the gentle flush. So gentle is the key word, flush. No scenes from Dumb and Dumber. That's exactly where my head went when I thought about BioCleanse. It's not happening. ProBio 5. Now this is, I always say every product's my favorite, but this really is my favorite. This is a daily probiotic. Everybody loves probiotics. The difference is, and what makes Plexus ProBio 5 amazing is that we are not only getting the bad guys out, the bad bacteria out, but we're depositing the good flora in. So you think of everybody is born with bad bacteria, but because of all the prescription medications and everything that we're eating, bad bacteria builds up and it causes a lot of issues, bigger health issues. So mystery symptoms. If you ever go to the doctor and they're like, well, nothing's wrong with you, and then you leave and you still feel terrible. Brain fog, anxiety, depression, autoimmune, really, really intense sugar cravings. This is what's going to help the ProBio 5, and it's really key into our system. It's going to help you, remove the bloat and possibly get through weight plateaus. I have so many customers that have said, oh my gosh, I work out all of the time and I cannot lose that extra 10 pounds. This will help bust through those weight plateaus. And the nice thing with the ProBio 5 is that it has a digestive enzyme in this that's geared specifically to take out the bad bacteria and break down through. The bad bacteria has a shell similar to, it's very disgusting, but similar to a cockroach. It's very hard and it's hard to break through. So this has a digestive enzyme that breaks through and penetrates through that shell. And then it not only breaks through it, but it kills it. And the antifungal that's in this as well kills the bad bacteria and makes it go away. What I have learned slowly along my journey is that I always thought probiotics had to be refrigerated, like those were the best of the best. But if you have a probiotic that has to be refrigerated, it takes twice as long to break down in your gut because it's not at room temperature. So probiotics that are refrigerated will pass through about 2/3 of your gut before it really starts working, whereas ProBio 5 starts working immediately. And with those digestive enzymes and antifungal, it's a great combination. So many testimonials of allergies eliminated, psoriasis, eczema, intolerances. So this is the real deal, legit Slim ProBio 5 BioCleanse makes up our triplex combo. Amazing products. Do you guys have anything that you want to add to that?
I want to add one quick thing about the probiotic because I had tried so many with my GI troubles. I had tried Culturelle and Align and all the ones at over the counter and the refrigerated ones. It is freeze dried. And so when all these ones at the, grocery store tout having like 5 billion CFUs, and then ours only has however many, and you think it only has, well, it's because every single one of them is getting used. Because it's freeze dried, it can make the journey all the way to the small intestine, which is where it needs to do all of its work to get that yeast out of there, to get the toxins out, to rebalance the microbiome in there. Like, it's so important that it get to where it needs to be to do the work, and this one does. So that's why it's different.
Thanks, Ruth. I think that's great.
Yeah.
The fourth product of our Fab Four is another one of my favorites. This is the X Factor, this bottle of green goodness. So this is going to change everything about your health, and let me tell you why. It's different. So if you're you're like, oh, I have a multivitamin, I don't need a multivitamin. You probably might be familiar with the neon urine that you're going in during the day. And let me tell you why. That's because that nothing is absorbing. The multivitamin that you take and then you exit it out and it's neon, nothing is absorbing in your system. This X Factor has amazing ingredients, and I'm going to focus on one. I'm going to focus on the B vitamins. And these are actually absorbable by everyone. There's a section of the population that always feels fatigued, and there's a genetic disorder where they're not absorbing B vitamins. But Plexus has gone above and beyond and has methylated this vitamin, so there isn't a person that isn't going to be able to absorb this vitamin, which is a very big deal. The second thing is that the New Zealand black currant. This is a powerful antioxidant, but it has a trace source of iron. And why is it important that it's New Zealand blackcurrant? Because in New Zealand, the soil in which the blackcurrant grows is rich in antioxidants. So what you're going to find is, because it has a trace of iron, this is going to help raise iron levels very gently. And I don't know if you've ever had to supplement iron, and if you've had to take iron supplements, it can be really disruptive to your digestive system. This is that's not going to be happening here. This is very, helps absorb. And it's going to be taking a step further. This is made with aloe vera, and with aloe vera, it's going to help absorb the vitamins and the nutrients by 300%. So if you have any vitamin deficiencies, I encourage you to take this vitamin maybe with a food product containing that deficiency. So let's say if you're deficient in B vitamin or iron, take it with meat or a really good spinach. That aloe is going to increase the absorption of that vitamin and the food. And we also call aloe the party bus of nutrients. It takes the nutrients directly to the cell and drops them off. And so it's going to be really hard to find something like that over the counter. This aloe, I think for me personally, I've had strep throat before starting Plexus about 6 times a year. And I have been strep throat free for the last 2.5 years. So I absolutely love this product. I know we have about 4 minutes left, so I'll kind of run through this a little bit quickly. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit with these 4 products. Again, these are the most popular products that we feel that have really benefited the masses. I wanted to talk a little bit about the business side of Plexus, because this is something that was a completely unexpected blessing for me. Some of you may have interest in this, and one of my favorite parts about talking about it is because it pulls all the other pieces together with the love of the products that we have, and then sharing that love for those that we care about. So a little bit about my business journey. Again, I started in January 2014. Completely unexpected blessing for me. I was a secret pink drinker. I started as a customer, decided to upgrade as a wholesale ambassador for the best deal, the cheapest product at the cheapest price. Within my 3rd month of sharing, I have not paid for products since. I have come close to matching my salary at my full-time job. And when I tell you that this is possible for anything to do, I have a very stressful full-time job, an 8-year-old daughter, and I fit this into the nooks and crannies of my day. It was definitely not something. I held network marketing completely far away. And I had no idea when I first got my first paycheck, I had no idea how I was getting paid, and I didn't know what was happening. I just knew that I walked out to my mailbox. I had a paycheck in there that was covering the cost, that would cover the cost of both my husband and our car payments. It was definitely something that was an aha moment for me, and something that I have never looked back on. Sharing with people that you love can change their life. It can change your life and change the financial freedom for so many people. If you think about, your network marketing every day. If you've ever said to yourself, or said to other people, oh my gosh, you have to go see this movie, or oh my gosh, you have to go to this restaurant. You're network marketing all the time. And the best part about Plexus is that what we're talking about is changing lives. And it's just about sharing these plant-based products, sharing hope. We call us hope dealers. Only 2% of the population know about these products, and we're just scratching the surface. They just signed a 97-year lease. 97 years, you guys. Headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona. The company's backed by Morgan Stanley and completely debt-free. And I truly know that this wouldn't happen without products that work. So I wanted to tell you really quickly, specifically, if you desire any way, shape, or form, or want to get healthy for free, get your products paid for, looking to make an extra $50, extra $1,000, you can do this. And we are walking, living, breathing proof of this. That's the right products at the right time with the right compensation plan. And it's just, I say that we have an income disclosure sheet that your friend can share with you that invited you here. And we do not share this to brag. We share this with you because we truly believe that these products work and that it's changing the financial future. In the promotion of Mine After the Next, I will be receiving a free Plexus Lexus, an annual trip to Hawaii, and a 6-figure salary just because I wanted to help people feel better and it's just been the right place at the right time. So we just are thankful that you're here, and we wanted to share about the products that we love and what we're passionate about and how this could be a game changer for you. So we really, really appreciate you joining us, and hopefully that you found really helpful information here.
Thanks, guys. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good night.
Thank you.